What's going on, YouTube? So in today's conversation, y'all, I wanted to share this one affirmation, this one phrase that I promise you incorporate this in just your day-to-day practices, your manifestations are going to come to you with the quickness. Like, you will definitely see a shift. You will see a change. I know I did. Sun don't start sunning. I know I did. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm very excited. So today, y'all, I want you starting today, right? Like ASAP, like the minute you're done watching this video, like ASAP. Start saying this over yourself. Start saying this over your life. Start saying this when you wake up in the morning, when you are like at any point of the day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, until it becomes like second nature to you. I am the universe's favorite. I am God's favorite. I am Source's favorite. Whatever you choose to call your higher power, I am Allah's favorite. Okay, we do not discriminate over here in terms of what your religious beliefs are, your spiritual practices, whatever. I honestly believe that at the end of the day, we are all one spirit and there is all one creator. So whatever feels right to you, I just need for you to know and believe that you are the universe's favorite. And why is that affirmation so powerful? Because I want you to think about it. If you have siblings, you could probably relate to this. I have siblings. When you were young, did you ever feel like there was a sibling that was the favorite? Or perhaps you were the sibling that was the favorite? For me, I felt it was my sister. For my sister, she probably thought it was me. You know, my other sister probably thought it was both of us. Like, either way, why would we even have that type of thought process? Like, why would you think like, okay, such and such is the favorite? Well, it's because either that person gets what they want all the time, or they get let off easy. They don't get the same consequences as everybody else does. Whatever the reasoning is, there's favor. So imagine if you took that same concept, that same belief in your manifestations. That I know my manifestations are coming are here rather, because I'm God's favorite. Whatever it is I desire, I get because I'm the universe's favorite. I'm favored. If you start saying that over yourself over and over and over, I promise you, it is going to be a game changer. It's changing and reworking the mind. It's putting your mind into a belief that you're valued, you're worthy, you are important. There isn't anything that's out of touch or out of reach for you, because the favorite is favored. The favorite gets the special treatment. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. So this was a while ago, but it was actually when I first started this practice. So I worked at a company. It was okay for like year one. It was cool. They changed management, and then it just went downhill from there. And it was like, it went from, when I say no BS, probably within a matter of like 2 days, it went from great to like, what the hell, I need to get out of here type of deal. Like, that's, it was crazy. And I just remember being nervous, because I was like, okay, well, I've only been at this job for a year. I'm still kind of picking up on, just the structure of the industry, because I had also transitioned industries too on top of that. So I'm like nervous, and I'm like, okay, I wasn't really ready to go, but the treatment, I'm not about that life, that in terms of the treatment that I was getting at this job. So I just remember I had just started with this affirmation of telling myself in the morning, the minute I would get up, good morning, I am the universe's favorite. I know something amazing is going to happen to me today because I'm the universe's favorite, baby. Like, I was so excited about it. Well, I started looking for jobs, and every time I would apply for a job, I would say, I know I'm going to get the perfect job for me because I'm the universe's favorite. Like, I know that I'm going to get, the best possible pay because I'm the universe's favorite. I'm God's favorite. Of course, I'm going to be picked. Of course, the interview is going to go smoothly and it's going to be transitioned easily. When I tell y'all, it took about 3 weeks. Okay. And I believe that was for some other reasons too, as to why, because while I was also doing this affirming and all of that, I was also falling into what's the word I want to use? I was feeding into the nonsense at the job. So I never detached from what was going on at work. I was still very much so involved in the drama and in the nonsense and constantly complaining about what was happening at work. But at the same time, I'm saying I'm the universe's favorite and all these amazing things happen. So learn from me. Don't, once you're ready to really like level up, once you're ready to like quantum leap into that next manifestation, that next desire, you have to detach from whatever it is that you don't want anymore. And that's what took me so long. I think in 3 weeks, technically it may not be a long time to some, it was a long time for me. But when I actually found the job, the next job, y'all, when I tell y'all, it was amazing how it happened. They reached out to me. They found my profile and everything on a particular website. They reached out to me. They after they reached out to me and scheduled the interview was scheduled for a Wednesday, and interview went great. It was tremendously smooth. They asked me maybe a total of like 4 or 5 questions, and by I think it's probably about 5 questions, because by the end of that she was like, well, I think we're just gonna go ahead and cut this short. Like, this has been so wonderful talking to you. You have a tremendous amount of experience, and they're gonna be making final decisions by next week. I'm like, okay, great. I remember and it was a video interview. I remember getting off the interview with them, and they were like, and I remember like closing up my laptop rather, and I was like, yeah, I'm the universe's favorite. Like, I got this job. Well, Friday, so the interview was on a Wednesday. Friday was when they called to offer me the position. There was a cap that they had for that role. I wanted more, so I countered requesting more than what their cap was, and they accepted that offer. So not only did I get the job and it was easy to transition, I also made more. And when I tell you that did it for me, I know that did it for me was that constant day in, day out. Some would call this robotic affirming, where it was every time I turned around, I had to remind myself, I am favored. I am the favorite. The favorite gets favorites. They get special treatment. They get the shortcuts. And I want you to start affirming and believing that over yourself. You have to understand and remember, you have to know that you're worthy. You're worthy of what it is that you want. It doesn't matter what other people are saying around you. It doesn't matter what your external circumstances look like. It does not matter what environment you live in. None of that stuff matters if you know that you are God's favorite. If you know that you are already destined to live wherever you want to live, or drive whatever you want to drive, make whatever type of money you want to make. If you already know this, then get cocky about it. Some people would say, no, you shouldn't be cocky about it, and you have to be humble. And I'm not saying be cocky from a space of like shitting on everybody else. I'm saying be cocky in the sense of like, this is where you use your ego to your benefit. This is where you know that you are doing your part, and so divine is going to do its part. God is going to do God's part. You're going to get what it is that you want, especially if you're having trouble with like acting as if, which is going to be my next video. Sometimes we have a challenge with acting as if because it's not it, you know what I mean? Or we feel like, okay, well, it's hard for me to imagine myself sitting in a 5-bedroom, let's say, home. If I'm sitting in a 1-bedroom apartment, it's a little bit challenging to kind of put myself there. Well, start here. And the reason why oftentimes it's kind of hard to quantum leap there, or to kind of visualize yourself in that type of space, is because there's something in you that may not feel like you are worthy of these things just yet. So if you start affirming and declaring that you in fact are worthy, that you are God's favorite, and God always takes care of God's favorites, then that was absolutely going to help you. Remember, this mind we have is powerful, but it can be trained. It's already been trained to believe what it currently believes, and you have the power to change it and transform it into believing something else. You just know, when you believe that there's nothing on this planet that I do not have access to, that I cannot reach, whatever desires, goals, dreams, like there's nothing that is unavailable, you know what I mean, to me. And of course, we know that this is all wrapped in good, pure intention. You can have it. You can have it. You can be it. You can do it, because you're God's favorite. So I will leave that here. You know, I just seriously though, affirm that as much as you possibly can, especially like I said, if you kind of find yourself in that space of like feeling unworthy or second guessing if you will receive what you want. Just remember, God always takes care of its favorite, and you are God's favorite. You are divine's favorite. You get all of the benefits for being the favorite. All right, so do not forget, you know, write it down, put it in your mirror, on your bathroom, put it in your car, wherever you need to, just to constantly remind yourself of who you are. You have to know who you are, and I promise you, you will start to see things just really like bloom and flourish for you in your life. Oftentimes I honestly think God is like waiting on us. A lot of times I feel like divine says like, okay, well, the manifestation is here, but you have to want it. You have to know that you deserve it, and it will be granted to you, you know. So that affirmation is definitely going to get you there. It's going to help you remember who you are. It's going to help you remember your power. It's going to help you remember who you are an extension of. Who you are an extension of. You are an extension of the greatest creator. Created everything around you, everything around me, and you have elements of that in your own body, in your own being. So use that to your advantage, but just know the favorites get favored. All right, the favorites get favored. So you are divine's favorite. I need you to remember that. So I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, peace.